Well, on this episode of whatever you guys want to call this thing that I do on the internet, we're going to be talking about camera gear and whether it matters or not. Spoiler alert, it does. Right after this. What is up, my guys? It's your boy Malcolm Eugene, and technically, I'm a supervillain. So, camera gear. There's a lot of talk over the years of whether buying the latest camera or the latest lens actually helps produce better quality images. And for the most part, no. But there are certain situations where it does. And it's all gonna come down to the creator who is handling the equipment. So gear doesn't matter essentially when you're starting out, because typically people who are starting out are kind of experimenting. They don't really know exactly what they are shooting or what they want to shoot. They're still in the learning process. So with that said, you can learn on your smartphone. You can learn with a point and shoot. You can learn on a T7. You'd be fine with that. But as you progress throughout your career, be very, very deliberate with what you want to buy and upgrade to and why you want to do it. First thing is first, know your limits. Me, I am a concert shooter. I do a lot of low light events, and I need a lot of camera gear that's going to allow me to capture things in low light situations. So for my application, that may be a full frame camera, that may be one with high dynamic range, and of course a lens that's relatively fast. Whatever you are creating, know your limits and know whatever tools you're going to need to capture that. If you're looking to invest in something new, a new piece of camera gear, if it's going to help improve your workflow, like speed up your workflow to where you can be more productive, get projects done much faster, make more money, essentially, I say go for it. The next thing, this is gonna be mainly for videographers, but image quality. So if you're out shooting video and you wanna get some of the later features like the higher frame rates, you wanna get a bigger sensor, so you don't wanna shoot APS-C, you wanna shoot full frame for the better depth of field and also better in low light in my case. If you're shooting 10-bit 422, it's way better than shooting 8-bit 420 because you're gonna be able to color grade that and post much better than the latter. And of course, dynamic range is always a plus because we're not always in the most perfect scenarios when it comes to filming video. Okay, so I just got done shooting the video for All Gear Matters, and I kind of forgot a very, very important point that I want to touch on. If you are getting paid for a gig, that means you are getting paid to get the shot initially, then you want to make sure you invest in equipment to do such. So example, if you're shooting a wedding and you have the funds to either get a new lens to get tight shots of the bride, or to get, electronic sliders and different things to get more dynamic shots, I recommend doing that, especially if that's the image that you have promised your client. So if you're getting paid for a gig, make proper investments to deliver the ultimate quality of work, if you will, so it helps build up your brand and your reputation. Showing up to a gig with a smartphone is not a good look. So that's why gear matters. And I know a lot of people say gear doesn't matter. No, gear matters because it's all about client perception. If they perceive you as being a professional, well-rounded individual in your particular niche, your particular craft, then that'll kind of put it in their mind to spend more money with you. I will say this though, you would want to avoid gas. What is gas? It's gear acquisition syndrome. If you're just out there buying all the latest gimbals and things just because they're new, it's probably not the best thing to do. And that's coming from me. I used to do that a lot. As a matter of fact, I have so much stuff that just sits around without me even using it that I could have saved some money, over the time span that I did all of that. My recommendation would be either to A, borrow equipment from a friend who is a videographer or someone else in the community who has experience, or use a rental house like Lens Rentals and rent equipment like cameras and lenses and things like that before you buy. Try to avoid gear acquisition syndrome because it'll save your pockets so much in the long run, and you can just focus on creating with the tools that you have. With that said, hopefully I didn't leave anything out. This video was strictly my opinion and the reason why I think gear matters versus why gear doesn't matter. Never upgrade to a piece of gear without having a reason. My name is Malcolm Eugene, and that is it. Peace. What's up, guys? Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. So now I will say this though, as far as brand loyalty and camera brands and lens brands, this, that, and the other, that essentially doesn't matter because cameras nowadays have become so powerful, so good, such amazing image quality that you can just about capture a great image with any camera brand, regardless if it's Sony or Pentax or Olympus or Canon. So if someone tells you to jump into a brand because it gives you superior image quality or anything like that, it's okay to call and show. And of course, if you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I'm posting next.